Hello and a warm welcome to all of you from Europe Hotel School. My specialty is applying artificial intelligence to hotel operations, and I'm really excited to be with you today. We're going to tackle a critical topic, one that can honestly make or break a hotel's profitability. It sits right at that fascinating intersection of finance, operations, and, of course, technology. So, let's dive right in.
I want you to start with a question. As you prepare to become hotel leaders, you're going to be absolutely laser-focused on your property's financial health. I mean, that's the job, right? But what if I told you that one of your biggest, most consistent expenses is a silent drain on your budget? A huge cost that's just hiding right there in plain sight.
So what are we talking about here? In the fast-paced, high-stakes world of a luxury hotel, we're talking about the monthly utility bill. You know, it's often one of the largest single-line items on your entire profit and loss statement, sometimes right behind payroll. But here's the thing. Unlike other major costs, it almost never gets the kind of strategic attention it really truly deserves.
And there's a really good reason for that. Utility bills, they aren't just simple one-page invoices. Oh no, they are notoriously complex. We're talking about documents that can be dozens of pages long, filled with these incredibly intricate calculations for things you've maybe never even heard of, like peak demand charges, reactive power fees, and this confusing web of different municipal taxes. For even the sharpest finance team, trying to manually audit every single line item, it's an almost impossible task.
So all of this complexity, it creates the perfect storm for what's become a well-documented but still rarely discussed industry secret. It's a problem that directly eats into your hotel's bottom line, and it has a name. We call it financial leakage.
Now, before you start thinking, okay, a few small errors, what's the big deal? You should know that the scale of this problem is, well, it's way bigger than most people in our industry even realize. Get ready for this, because it's a shocker. Studies have shown that 1 in every 5 commercial utility bills contains a major error. Let that sink in. That is a 20% error rate on one of your hotel's largest operational costs. We're talking about everything from being on the wrong tariff plan to simple clerical mistakes that can cost your property thousands upon thousands of dollars. And this is really the perfect way to define it. As the financial controllers right here at Europe Hotel School London have said, leakage is simply money leaving the hotel without providing any value in return. It's a pure loss. And more importantly, it's an avoidable loss.
So you have to ask, why does this keep happening? Is it because finance teams aren't paying attention? Absolutely not. It has nothing to do with a lack of diligence. The simple reality is that manually checking thousands, and I mean thousands, of line items, especially if you're managing a whole portfolio of properties, is virtually impossible for a human team. The sheer volume of data is just overwhelming.
And this, right here, is where technology steps in to offer a real solution. To fight a modern data problem, we need a modern solution. The industry is turning to a completely new kind of auditor, one that's powered by artificial intelligence.
So I'd like you to meet EnergyCap. Think of it as an AI-powered platform built specifically for this job, automated bill auditing and what's called tariff optimization. Trust me, this is a tool you are going to want in your toolkit when you're out there managing properties in the real world.
So how in the world does it actually work? Well, the AI performs a whole series of what I like to call sanity checks. First, it ingests all the data from the invoice. Then it compares that bill against all your historical usage patterns and your hotel-specific tariff structures. And then, this is the magic part, it automatically flags any anomalies, anything that looks off, anything a human eye would almost certainly miss.
Let's make this real. Imagine a bill comes in, and bam, there's a sudden 30% spike in something called the demand charge. The AI instantly cross-references that spike with your hotel's occupancy data for that exact same month. Now, if your occupancy was flat, if you weren't any busier, that spike is a massive red flag, right? The system immediately flags that invoice for a human to investigate, and it does it before the bill ever gets paid.
The platform really has 2 core functions. On one hand, you've got automated bill auditing, which is reactive. It acts like a watchdog, preventing overpayment and helping you recover money that would have been lost forever. But then, on the other hand, you have tariff optimization, which is proactive. This side of the platform is always running simulations in the background, looking to see if your hotel qualifies for a cheaper rate, maybe after a big energy-saving upgrade like switching to LED lighting.
So, what does this all mean for you, as a future leader in this industry? It means that this kind of technology completely transforms the utility bill. It stops being just a passive, boring expense, and it becomes a genuine strategic opportunity.
And this is the key mindset shift I want you to take away today. You are now empowered to turn what everyone else sees as a passive expense into an active strategy for cost reduction. You're no longer just paying a bill, you are strategically managing a financial asset for your property.
And the results? They are incredibly tangible. We're talking about preventing overpayment on future bills, recovering funds from past errors, and reclaiming significant portions of your operating budget. And where does all that money go? It flows directly to the most critical metric of a property's financial health. It's net operating income, or NOI. That's the number that ultimately defines your property's value.
So, the biggest takeaway here is this. Disciplined data management, when you apply it to a seemingly mundane operational expense, becomes an unbelievably powerful tool. It's a direct lever you can pull to increase profitability and boost the value of your hotel. I'll leave you with this final thought to carry with you. As you move forward in your amazing careers, I want you to constantly be looking around your operations and asking this question. If AI can turn a simple utility bill into a source of savings and strategy, what other passive expenses in your hotel are just sitting there, waiting for you to transform them into strategic opportunities?